Good afternoon, folks. It is Monday, August 31st, and I'd like to welcome you to the first episode of Low on the Go Sports Fix. I am your host, Russ Lowe. I decided to launch this channel to cover sports and sports-related current events and issues with analysis and predictions centered around the upcoming college and pro football seasons. Since the games aren't underway just yet, I wanted to touch upon a hot-button topic that many people have an opinion about. I'd like to talk about Deflategate. No doubt, one of the most interesting yet frustrating topics that has gone on during the NFL offseason has been the Deflategate scandal that has involved Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. And if you've been keeping up with this, you know that there's been a lot of speculation, innuendo, rumors. There hasn't been a lot of fact involved in this whole case, and that's why it's so frustrating to cover or to have an opinion about. Today, as of today, Tom Brady and Roger Goodell met in court to try to settle this issue once again. And once again, we as fans were disturbed by the fact that two sides couldn't come to an agreement. That's frustrating because if you're a fan of Tom Brady and the New England Patriots, you want to see your quarterback playing, not just for fantasy football purposes. You want to see one of the best in the business play his sport, fine-tuning his craft that he's worked on for so long. He's one of the most experienced quarterbacks in the league. He's one of the experienced faces of the league. Tom Brady is an icon in the sport. What you have with Deflategate is you have a pure mess. And what I mean by that is the fact that you're looking at a man who they have not found anything that he's done that says that Tom Brady is guilty. There were no emails, there were no texts, there's no tangible proof or evidence that you can lay in your hands in front of your face and look at and say, hey, this is obviously something he did wrong. A lot of people want to say, well, we should have subpoenaed his phone records. Well, his phone records, he was told his phone records weren't pertinent to the issue, and he destroyed his phone after that, after the league said his phone records would not be called up and would not be admissible in court. So Tom Brady decides to destroy his phone. If I'm a high-profile icon in the sport and a huge personality, not only in the NFL but in Hollywood, I'm going to destroy my phone as well. I don't want somebody going through my trash, picking my phone out, trying to find out what they can get off of it. So I can certainly understand the issue of him destroying his phone. I don't have a problem with that. Many people do. Tom Brady has been an ambassador of this league. He's been an MVP. He's been a Super Bowl champion quarterback. He's been, within the confines of the NFL, he's been one of the biggest faces, and he's been a contributor to many campaigns as far as some of the work that players do on the side for United Way and other organizations. He's been a model citizen within the NFL and what they call for. He has nothing that he's done suggests that he told anyone to do anything with those footballs in the AFC Championship game. We've seen investigations and other things that have gone on for lesser amount of time, for much more serious matters. You've seen men beating their children. You've seen men beating their wives on video. You've seen drug abuse to the highest degree multiple times over. You've seen huge instances of domestic violence across this league, across the sports world, that have been determined in a much shorter amount of time. You have a man admitting that he prefers a slightly deflated ball. You've had other quarterbacks in the same league that he participates in that tell you they like a slightly inflated or deflated ball. Aaron Rodgers himself said he likes balls to be a little bit harder, a little more inflated. Other officials have sounded off, including other quarterbacks, other members of the league. What he did is not a crime. It's not even immoral. This has gone on long enough. It needs to stop. And if Roger Goodell and Tom Brady can't agree to the issue, then perhaps Richard Berman becomes the most important name in sports because he is the judge presiding over this issue, and he needs to make a decision. The league's top star needs to return to where he is the most comfortable and where the fans are used to seeing him. It is a preposterous, ridiculous kind of thing to let this thing go on much longer. It's already gone on long enough. And I think part of the reason it went on is so the league would have something to say during the off season. If you think about it, this whole scandal spread out over the entire 4 or 5 month period of the summer. Started back in the spring, and it has gone on right up until nearly kickoff of the season. Is that an NFL franchise effort trying to say, hey, let's keep the NFL pertinent during the off season? Or is it the wheels of justice? If these wheels of justice are spinning, they're spinning flat tires because we need to do something about this. I don't know who to petition to or who would even care to hear, but this has become a carnival sideshow. It needs to stop. Let's get one of the league's biggest stars back in the realm of where he deserves to be, at the top of his sport, playing for a team that is actually, when you weed through all this mess, let's remember we're talking about the defending Super Bowl champions. How about we put Tom Brady where he truly deserves? Not in a 4-game suspension, not watching the game from the sidelines, but under center, snapping the ball, playing the game he loves, and pleasing his fans. I know each of you will have your own opinions on this matter, and I'd love to hear yours. Please leave your comments in the comments section below. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next episode of Low on the Go.